Are you a Florida resident looking to make hurricane readiness upgrades to your home? Do you want to save on your homeowner's insurance? And could you use a free $10,000 to do that? In this video, I'm going to show you how, and it's easier than you think. Welcome back. Today, we're talking all about My Safe Florida Home. This is a government-backed program where Florida will give you up to $10,000 to make hurricane readiness improvements on your home, keep you safer during hurricane season, and help you lower your homeowner insurance premiums. Be sure to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to get your application started and when to do it so that you can jump the line. The My Safe Florida Home program is run under the state CFO, Jimmy Patronis, with the backing of Governor DeSantis. It's the largest and most successful program of its kind in the country, but not enough people know about it. When I heard about it back in 2022, I got really interested and I decided to go through the program myself. And now that I just finished, I want to help as many people as I can reduce their homeowners insurance premiums, become safer during hurricane season, while increasing their home's value. Before we get into it, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure that you tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know when we post new content about living, working, and playing in Naples, Florida. Okay, so some quick stats. Since November 2022, the My Safe Florida Home program is responsible for giving over 100,000 free wind mitigation inspections to Florida residents. They've given 38,000 grants totaling $385 million of budgeted funds in grant money so that Floridians can help hurricane-proof their homes. Now, the not so good news is that applications are currently not being accepted. The great news is that July 1st, they open back up again. There's going to be a couple of changes, so I'm going to go through those and then I'm going to walk you through the process of getting an application started on the My Safe Florida Home portal. Starting July 1st, Floridians can use any licensed contractor in the state of Florida to make these improvements on their home. There will also be a new application process to prioritize low and moderate income Floridians. So first step is you're going to go to mysafefloridahome.com. From there, there's a little button here that says access your account. You're going to click on that and it's going to take you to the Neighborly software portal. This is the My Safe Florida Home program portal. It's going to give you a little bit of information. So the program overview, homeowner information, it's going to ask about household members' income, and then you have to confirm the prioritization questionnaire, just as I mentioned before. This is the prioritization window here. So July 1st, applications open back up. And so if you are low income, ages 60 plus, you go first. So July 1st through the 15th, low income, July 16th through the 30th, and then so on. So what you'll want to do is get all of your information ready beforehand so that when you are submitting on the day that the window opens up for you, you're ready to go. Now it says here that once all funds are awarded, the portal's going to close and they will not accept any more applications. Now it's important to know that in this new funding period starting July 1st, there's $200 million of budgeted funds that Florida is ready to give to people that are ready to take this step. Something important to note is that on the left-hand side of the screen is kind of the bar that tells you where you are in the application process. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is put in your homeowner information and then start the application. So the homeowner information is just going to kind of go over these preliminary questions with you. Once you do that, it'll unlock the next step, which is to do your application. So I'm going to show you my application here. This is what the application looks like. For privacy reasons, I have redacted some of the information on here. So some of the questions it's going to ask: the first name, last name, if there's an additional applicant, the homesteaded property address, the mailing address, the phone numbers. So your insurance premium, square footage of your home, the age of the home, contact information, and then it's going to go over income qualifiers. This part is probably going to change on the new application because of the prioritization schedule. So they want to know if this is a single family home. They have included townhomes on the new application in the new grant process. So when I was doing this application, it was only a free standalone home. So there it is, a detached standalone home. Is it a site-built home? Yes, it's not a manufactured home. Yes, you're the owner of the property. Yes, it's your primary residence. Is it used as a rental property? You cannot go through this program if your property is currently being used as a rental. It has to be a homesteaded property, which means that it has to be your primary residence. Now, it's going to ask for some information and some documentation. This is where you want to get these documents documents ready. If you need help, we're happy to assist you with that process. Just give us a call. You've got our information. And if you don't, it's in this video description below. The system is going to ask you for some documents. One of them is going to be your homestead exemption. You will have gotten a receipt from Collier County, or you can go online and you can get your proof of exemption that way too. You're going to upload that document and then you're going to see that it is checked here. Next, the inspection application. So it just is going to go over some preliminary questions for you. If you understand it, you're going to go ahead and select that you do understand. It's going to ask you some personal information like how many people are living in the home and annual household income. And then it's going to ask you for a copy of your declarations page. This, again, we can help you with this. You can also get this information from your insurance provider. So again, it's going to ask you for that homestead exemption. It wants to see an exemption of at least $25,000, the address of the unit, and the name of the owners of the property needs to match yours. So you're going to upload that document, and then it's going to go on and ask you some other questions about your insurance policy and if you'll allow access for a free inspection of the unit under the program. That's when the free wind mitigation report comes in, or free wind mitigation inspection. There's a couple of companies that are really reaching out to take care of this. One of them is Barrel Engineering. In my experience, they were great to work with, a little inundated, but responsive when you needed them to be there. Another company is SWF Inspections. This company is run by Bob Massanova. He is phenomenal. I know him really well. He's very involved in the industry and cares a lot about the homeowners here in the area. So grant pre-qualification, again, it's going to ask some other questions. Before you submit the application, you acknowledge that the approval of the grant application does not guarantee a disbursement of funds. So when I was going through this program, we paid up front and then got reimbursed. When I went through this program, we also had to use an authorized contractor. The new rules coming out, you can use any contractor that you want, and then some other acknowledgments as well. So that's the application process, and those are the documents that you need to get started. So again, you'll want your declarations page from your insurance company. You'll want it to show that you do have hurricane coverage, and then again, your homestead exemption proof as well. Once you go through the application process, you'll want to submit it. Give it about 2 weeks to 30 days, depending on your timing of submission. Once they get back to you, you'll get a letter that says that you have been moved on to the next step, which is going to be your wind mitigation inspection. And at that time, they'll say they've been passed off or your name has been given to such and such inspection company. It'll probably be Barrel Engineering, and that they'll reach out to you, but you do not have to wait for them to reach out to you. You can call them and get this process initiated if you're on more of a time crunch or you want to get these improvements started right away. Once the inspector comes out to do the wind mitigation, he'll come out, he'll want to take a look at all of your windows. I would recommend going around the home and staying with the inspector at the time so that you make sure if you do have current impact windows that all of them are noted on that initial wind mitigation report. Once that is done, they have to upload it into the system. It takes about another 2 weeks to 30 days. So this is not an instant process. It is something that you're going to want to stay on. So it'll get uploaded into the portal by Barrel Engineering or the inspector that's conducting the inspection. And then the next step will become unlocked for you. And that's when you can start to think about the improvements that you're going to make and truly start budgeting for that and getting quotes. What the wind mitigation report is going to show you is what your deficiencies are. So typically a wind mitigation report is like a coupon book that you give to your insurance company. When you're buying a house, you never really want to give them the full inspection report. Otherwise they would say like, no way, I'm not insuring this house. So the wind mitigation report is like your coupon book that tells your insurer, hey, I have this kind of nails. I have a second barrier for water protection under my roof. My roof is brand new. I have impact windows. And from there, they take those measurements and they start subtracting off of your homeowner's insurance premium. This is why this program saves you a ton of money on your premiums as well, because you're going to take this first report. So in this case, they're going to use this as areas that you can actually improve on your home. And so the areas that are deficient, say you need impact windows, that would be an item that you could then go go ahead and get your windows replaced with impact windows, depending on your budget and how much grant money you're going to be approved for. So impact windows, impact doors, new roof systems, retrofitting for some improvements on your roof, things like that. Then once those improvements are done, that contractor is going to give a cover letter, and then you're going to go through the grant process, which is basically going back through requesting that second wind mitigation report, because remember, they came out the first time and they did the initial wind mitigation, which showed the deficiencies. Now they're going to come back and they're going to take a look at those items again, and they're going to say, hey, he didn't have impact windows here, but he did on this date, and here's the cover letter saying this is how much they cost. And they're going to look at all of that information, as well as a new declarations page from your insurance company, and they're going to say, hey, now he's made his home safer, they have improved their home with hurricane readiness, and are now saving money on their homeowner insurance premiums, so here's the grant money. And then you start to do a release process of those funds. The state will send you a check, and like me, it should be pretty quick. So that is the process of how to go through the My Safe Florida Home program. Though it might look like a lot of information, the process is straightforward. And if you follow it step by step, you'll be A-okay. If you need help, give us a call. We're here to help you. Until next time, stay safe.